Nothing's on here, nothing's on air, nothing's on here, nothing's on air.
And we're back again now, and I'll be introducing the topic to us today. We're going to be focusing on males in nursing. But I'm not going to be anchoring the show alone today, and I have co-hosts on the show, and I'm going to be introducing them right away. They're coming up right now.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's Africa's #1 nurses radio show by nurses, for nurses, and most importantly for you. Today's episode, I was wondering if a female is talking about male in nursing. How are you going to feel our swag? You can't understand males in nursing like we males are really in nursing.
Show me the impact now.
Don't worry, that's why today. That's why we are here today, and yes. I'm sure everyone listening to the program today are going to stay tuned and know what is really happening, because our environment has made us glued and stereotyped to the thinking that nursing profession is a female profession. And even when you decide to be a nurse, people feel like he's doing like a female, because lots of things about this has gotten into our head, and we've been programmed to this. As a kid, many people, once I hear you a nurse, I feel like okay, there are two things come to my mind. One, those people that give injection. Then two, female. Women. So in fact, they interviewed a small lady recently and was like, what do you want to become? She said, I want to be a nurse. Okay, why do you want to be a nurse? I love the way nurses used to do. They used to give injection, and they used to take care of people so that they can be well. But the injection is the first thing that will come to their mind.
Yeah, right.
And once the air of you, they was like, Auntie Nurse. If I make people brand it, Sisi Nurse, not Salabere. And a lot of things has been said about nursing. That's why we males are here today to give you the different part of what nursing has been. Well, today's show, my mind is so much. In fact, I have a lot of things on my mind today. But I'm not going to be the one talking about this alone. We have two gallant men in the studio with me today, men. And we are going to be calling them live on air very soon when we go to this short music break. So call on me if you need someone. Call on me. That's what Adekunle God said. And we are calling on these people because we need them. After this short break, we will be inviting them to the studio.
Nothing's on here, nothing's on air, nothing's on here, nothing's on air.
Nurses on Air radio show. You are listening to us from www.pinnaclehealthradio.org. My name is Josiah Okeshola Jackson. I am not just a nurse. I am an extraordinary nurse. Although widely seen as a female profession, as portrayed by the media, nursing is gradually becoming a more inclusive profession. Males make up around 10% of the taskforce in the United Kingdom, 6.4% of nurses in Canada, and 23% of nurses in Iran. And in 2011, there are approximately 3.5 million nurses in the United States alone. Wow. There are several reasons suggested for a low uptake of nursing by males in the profession. Stereotypes of nursing includes lack of male interest in the profession, low pay, nursing job titles such as sister, matron, and the perception that male nurses will have difficulty in the workplace carrying out their duties such as taking deliveries. This continuous stereotyping of male nurses have been widely attributed as a main reason for low intake of males into the profession. Unfortunately, unlike the campaigns and groups set up to increase and promote women's opportunities in medicine and surgery, there have been no comparable campaigns to increase the number of males in the nursing profession. And that is why this week we are devoting the entire show to the topic, males in nursing. And like Ifelua said, we have wonderful guests in the studio, and we're leaving the introducing them, bringing them one after the other. To my right here, we have this wonderful young man. You want to introduce yourself to listeners at home?
I am Halo Oluwafemi Gideon. I'm a Nigerian registered nurse.
Yeah, Halo. That sounds like an American name.
In fact, sometimes if I didn't hear that from him, I would say Allah.
Or I would say Allah. Okay, that's Alo Oluwafemi. To my left here, we have another wonderful young man.
All right, good day, listeners at home. I'm Mr. Prince Wilaredo, a member of the local organizing committee of the upcoming Men in Nursing Conference in Abuja 2017. It's nice to be on the studio this afternoon.
Wow, before you go, mentioning the Men in Nursing Conference is like a tickle. You know, the idea of having Men in Nursing Conference has been a long-standing one. What is this Men in Nursing idea? This particular, let me call it paparazzi, this particular excitement. What is it all about?
Okay, there's actually the theme or the selected word male in nursing conference was not actually just to raise a form of paparazzi, but rather to instinct that to the general public and to clear their perception about the significance and the reason of the awakening of the male gender into this profession. And it's going to go a long way in having a transgenerational impact in nursing in Nigeria as well as impacting Africa as the general world population as well.
Okay, my next question goes to you, Mr. Alo. Why are men really scarce in the nursing profession?
Wow. Men are indeed scarce. Number one, we need to understand the kind of society we live in. And over the years, the society have actually coined certain profession, attaching them to a kind of genuine origin, gender origin. Now, for example, men are scarce in this profession because men naturally want to be respected. They don't like to be rubbish in the public, and nursing is a work where a patient can at any time be aggressive, and men want to be respected. And because of that respect that is below the standard, below the expectation in the profession, men refuse, let me just change my direction. It's no-go area for me. So they stay off. Another one is because of the feminine dominance in the profession. We are living in a society where women are being victimized every day, and they are being oppressed. And that they don't seem to have a voice in the society to speak for them and to protect them. And in that direction, I would say men don't like to be submerged in timidity. And when they wear the uniform, when they carry out their duties, and when they care for their patients, they want respect. They want the nobility. They want to feel a kind of essence that every professional will want to have and enjoy. Another reason is that most recruiting organizations in Nigeria, especially, I can say globally, we like to employ female nurses whom they feel, when intimidated or when cheated, are not likely to speak up for themselves. And I can remember a scenario that happened in one hospital, a private hospital in Port Harcourt last year, where female nurses on duty were being sexually harassed on duty. And the next day, there's a hospital management called them and talked to them. And what the hospital management did was to just issue them sack letters. If it were male, this wouldn't have happened. The tide would change. And that's why, for many reasons, men want to stay away from nursing profession. Thank you.
Well, one of these affected me quite a lot of time. I remember working in a facility that we do family planning to female. Most of the family planning centers, we have more females attending it. Then those ladies will say, oh, I don't want a male nurse around me, but they will prefer to have a male doctor around them. So it's like they are trying to segregate being a nurse and having a male with them. So that's why most organizations are doing things like that. We want to have a female around them. I think that's one of the reasons why we have.
Right. You're right.
Actually, Mr. Hallow, you mentioned about respect. You mentioned respect, that men want to be respected. Yes, I get that view, but I wouldn't want to believe that nursing in general, like the nursing profession, nurses are not respected, even as females. But I want to point that respect not to the profession. I'm not attaching to the profession directly.
Okay. All right.
I'm attaching the respect to the kind of medical sector we have in Nigeria.
All right.
Because when nurses do a lot of things. Yeah. Like for example, I've had cases when my patient prays the bell and they tell me I want my window closed. The patient can actually walk. Okay. So I just tell them that I'll call the domestic staff for you. Right. So that way I'm trying to class myself that no, this is not my work. Okay. So but some hospitals allow that. They don't even have better assistants to start with. So the nurse is forced to be the one to close the window. I've had a patient call me and say, no, I want to plug my phone. Some will tell you they want to drink water. Some facilities that we don't have health assistants, nurses do those things. Yeah. So that is what is bringing about the lack of respect.
Respect,
well,
yes.
Let me quickly shape this in. I remember early this year, I resigned from one place because of one thing. They said I should assist them in cooking and washing plates. Imagine that kind of ridicule to a nurse.
Yeah.
And instantly, I resigned from the place. Funny enough, when I went back to the place to do something, I met female nurses there. I was like, oh, that is why they won't want a male nurse to be here. Because the first male nurse that was there, it was because of that same issue that I left. So I came there, left for that same reason. Oh, and okay. Now they are employing female nurses.
But even the females shouldn't do it for them.
Let them get
a cook or...
Maybe let me see it this way, okay? Females, naturally, they love cooking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, but this is not in my house. Yes. I am a nurse in that facility.
That's natural tendency in a woman. We want even if you're a nurse, you want to do that.
And I think that female part of us, that emotional part of us comes into play. I don't allow it to come into play when I'm working. I don't. Anyways, let's go for this short musical break. When we'll come back, I'm going to be introducing, I'm going to be asking Mr. Priestwill some questions, and he's going to be tackling them for us. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kenny Black, Nigeria's finest music comedian. And right here, man, you need to keep listening. All of now, when I know the year when they listen, take your health seriously and keep listening to Nurses on Air radio show. If you're not listening, you're no longer my friend. So keep listening, because I won't go listen to us. They follow you talk. Yeah, more they go.
Nurses on air, nurses on air, nurses on air, nurses on air.
What do you think is the implication of this scarcity of male in nursing? What has the implication been in the nursing profession?
Okay, thank you very much for that. The scarcity of male nurses across Nigeria as well as Africa and West Africa as well, it has further led to the public and the general population to further accept that the profession is really a feminine-dominated one, and as such, male should not be encouraged. So once male nurses have been drawing backward from the nursing profession, probably because, yes, I think they've been seeing more of the clinical part, and they fail to realize that there are other parts in which they can function adequately, gain the respect that they want, and even have access to quality policy development and enhance the profession in other aspects. So if the male nurses keep seeing the profession as that which is streamlined to clinical, I think the limitation will continue to be there, and that awareness of them not being able to function in the profession properly will continue to linger.
Thank you very much, Mr. Prince. I love the fact that you mentioned policy making, policy formulation. Actually, that's the key word there. Male in nursing, the scarcity is not bringing about implementation of the appropriate policies we need in nursing, because the females are subject to timidity. They are subject to keeping quiet. But when we have more males in the profession, they can fight for us. They can speak up for us about the right policy that we need to make the nursing profession a lot better. All right, Mr. Prince. Mr. Hello will be Mr. Alu. Am I right? I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrongly. You'll be answering my third question, which is, what is the way out? What can we do to this scarcity of male in nursing? What can we do to the fact that we don't have sufficient policy, nursing policy that can favor us because we don't have enough males? What do you think can be done?
Number one thing that can be done is to create enough awareness that nursing is not truly a feminine profession. We're creating awareness at the primary school level, the secondary schools, and even in tertiary institution. And also, we can also infuse more nursing, more males into the profession through admission via the School of Nursing and at the degree level. And we want leaders and stakeholders in nursing and also policymaking in the healthcare industry to not bring down the quota for males who are applying for jobs or for educational purpose or professional development into nursing. This is very important to secure the healthcare industry and to help improve the care delivery in the industry, because nurses are still highly needed in the country and worldwide.
Thank you very much, sir. Sorry, sir, you mentioned the fact that they should infuse more male through admission. Yes, I had that in mind too, because in School of Nursing, I know they take like 4 or 5 males per year.
Yeah, per year.
I asked the question when I was in school, and the answer I got was that a lot of male play truancy.
Okay.
I'm sorry to bring that up, but I noticed it too. On night duty, they resume by 10 p.m. I say they're coming for night duty. In the morning by 6 a.m., we carry their bag. They are going back to the hostel. So that did not give the school the room to say, okay, let's take in more male. Because they give them a lot of trouble. I've had my friend stood up in class and he told the lecturer, I didn't write your name, ma, because your notes, ma, because it's too much. The other day, he stood up and said that his uniform did not dry. That's why I didn't go to school. You know, a female won't do that.
Yeah. Okay. One of the reasons why most people, one of the reasons most institutions don't try to admit more male nurses, is because they feel like they can't control them the way they can control female. And this has been an issue in nursing, that we've been like, they can't just keep controlling students. Let them be autonomous in what they are doing sometimes. But when we have more females in nursing, they can easily say, do this, they can scold them, and that is causing a lot of issues in nursing, that they are even scared when they are out of school. Because that kind of mindset has been in them, that you have to be doing this, and that. And that is one thing that we need to change. The trend in nursing about scolding nurses, especially student nurses, it has to be cut down completely. So that once they get out there, then they can voice out. They can be the voice of nurses out there and not be timid when it comes to debates. So we having these. We are still going to be having more of these. Then let's open the phone line. You can call in on the show. The number to call in is 08061195926. 08061195926, and you can go to our Facebook page, www.facebook.com/NursesOnAir, and also on Instagram at NursesOnAir, on Twitter too at NursesOnAir. So you can send in your tweet, your messages, and we will be reading it live and direct on the show. So let's quickly go on this short music break. When we come back from this music break, we will be continue the show.
My name is Kofi. Don't know they call me Kofi the Guru, and you're listening to Nurses on Air radio show. Keep listening. Don't change it down. Everything's fluffy. Kofi say so.
Hello, Tosin. How are you doing?
Thank you.
How is the city of Ibadan today?
Ibadan sunny and calm.
Okay, that's great. Do we have your listeners or your you are correspondent over there, and you want to tell us about the view on the question for today, talking about males in nursing. So let's hear the view of those people you have with you over there.
Yes, the correspondents are here already. Can we move on to the interview now?
Yes. What do we have with you over there?
Okay, I have Miss Adeyemi Johnson, a 400 level nursing student at the Department of Nursing, University of Ibadan.
Okay.
So, Miss Adeyemi, why are men really scared in nursing? What do you think are the implications for Nigerian nursing, and what do you think will change this trend? Over to you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, from my perspective, I think men are scarce in nursing because of the erroneous thinking and the perception that people hold as regards that nursing is a female-dominated profession, while medicine is a male-dominated profession. And most of these they think female has also gifted with the act of caring, and that makes them to think that male are not wanted in nursing. But I think it's a fallacy, because thinking about this has brought nursing to the background, and that's why most females tend to have this me-first attitude, which makes them to be less selfless in their society and to the nursing profession itself, and that entails going for political position, influencing policies, So I think it's really taking us back, setting us back in the profession.
Okay.
And I think the foundational solution to this problem is awareness and enlightenment of the populace, especially the male, to erase that thinking that nursing profession is just for female.
All right.
Whereas nothing is not gender biased.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, you have a nice day.
Hello.
Hello, Tosin.
Yeah, I also have a male nurse in the house here.
Okay.
In the person of
I will be glad if the person can introduce himself.
hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
We'll be glad if the person can introduce himself or herself.
Okay. Now please introduce yourself.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hello, good afternoon. What do we have with us?
Sir?
What do we have with us?
Sir, I can't hear you. Can you come again, please?
What do we have with us, sir? Hello, what's your name?
Oh, okay, my name is Isaac Olabanjo.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm from University of Ibadan, Department of Nursing, 400 level student.
Okay, that's great. Why are men scarce in nursing?
Okay, well, I think the major problem would actually just be perception about nursing.
Okay.
From experience, what I get to know or what I got to know about nursing was all they get to do is just to serve bedpans, to run around for doctors, and then to wash bodies, that just to clean people's bodies. So I think that perception, that the community has about the profession being that that's all they get to do affects them. Imagine a male nurse thinking that all nursing do is just to run around and to clean bodies, sort of that ego would definitely affect us. I mean, why would a male want to be running around for, running around
for that? Okay, what has been the implication of this on nursing in Nigeria?
Well, not having so many males around, I think, has affected the profession in a way. I think, for example, now, there's this ego drive in men of wanting to accomplish, of wanting to make sure things get better. For example, now, look at the medical profession. It's a male-dominated profession.
Okay.
So the males, they have this tendency of always wanting to push and to push forward. But that limitation could actually be there for the females, being that they have to care for the husband themselves and also for their kids. So that had actually just brought it back.
All right, okay. Then what can be done to change this trend? You can wrap up that in 30 seconds.
Okay. I think proper enlightenment about what the profession is about.
Okay.
And most men think that nursing is not lucrative enough. And think that they also have to fend for their family, so they don't even bother coming into it. They want to go for other lucrative professions. So I think if nursing can be made lucrative enough, and also they feel that nursing is not prestigious, also like it's not prestigious enough. If nursing itself can just improve and make sure people are aware about what it's really about.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
All right. Do have a nice day.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Hello.
Hello, Tosin.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing?
I'm fine.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us on the show today.
You're welcome.
Do have a nice time.
Yeah, you too.
Okay.
Bye.
All right. So you've heard from our people from the city of Ibadan and not our people from Oshun this time around because people have been talking. Don't worry, I want to talk about the Oshun people. So based on what you've heard today, what can you say, Mr. Prince Will? Is it Etiosa or Etinosa? Okay, so I won't say. So I won't say Etiosa.
You're not serious.
All right, Mr. Prince Will Etiosa like I do. All right, majorly, I think the major thing where we will need here is orientation, reorientation, and continuous orientation of persons who are in nursing. And if for this men in nursing, you realize that most times, even the persons who are male nurses as students, male nurses as graduates, and male nurses who are even working in government, state, and federal government level, some of them are not even aware of the reason of the decline in rate of male nurses in Nigeria. I can throw a question to the public now and ask, okay, what is necessary? What is the reason for the low ratio of male to female nurses admission into the School of Nursing, and you realize that most persons will not even have an idea about it. And because of this lack of idea, they tend to give the public a negative orientation that male nurses would not be considered, thereby ruining their chances and not giving them a chance to enhance that path in which they've chosen as career in their life. I had a call across a senior NAM representative this morning, and we were talking, and I just threw the question to him and asked him. I said, sir, in this indices of male and female nurses proportion being very, very infinitesimal, what are the policy? What are the policies on ground that are really regulating these activities? And it made me understand that there is really no official document concerning the enrollment of male or female nurses in Nigeria. Most times, this head of Department of School of Nursing, most hospital board, they use their emotion to determine the acceptance of male nurses into these training schools, and which is very, very derogatory and is preposterous to the official state of this profession, and is not really, really interesting. Okay, so for us to keep using our emotions is going to go a long way to hinder the profession in the wrong direction. Thank you very much.
Okay, and one thing many people don't know is that the first midwife is a man. That's what most because if in the Garden of Eden, then Adam was the only one available. So if Adam was not the midwife, then who delivered Cain and Abel? That's what most people don't understand. And we've had many males that have been doing something tremendous. In fact, I've been looking at it. If I am a midwife and I marry a midwife, then what will we call that? Then we have two wives at home. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon, Mr. Femi.
Good afternoon.
I is the city of Ogbomoso in Oyo State and not Osun State today.
Yes, currently I'm in Ogbomoso, Oyo State.
Okay, Mr. Femi is our correspondent in the city of Ogbomoso in Bowen University Teaching Hospital. So what do we have with you over there?
Good afternoon. You have with me here Mr. Ogunlowo Oluwole Simeon from Bowen University Teaching Hospital School of Nursing.
Okay, can we have him?
All right, then. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, sir. My name is Ayodegi from Nurses on Air.
Yeah, I'm Ogunlowo Simeon from School of Nursing, Bowen University of Nursing.
Okay, that's a great one. Why are men scarce in nursing?
Oh, right. Men in nursing, why are they scarce? It's a rare truth that men are scarce in nursing for so many reasons. One, let me begin from the Anderson's theory that says the unique function of the nurse to help and grasp go well and seek in performance of those activities would have performed if they have the strength to do it. And what we stress most there is the issue of health. From the scriptures, females are meant to be helper in the house. And so that perception is really, and men, most especially those who are just finishing their secondary school. And so they don't feel that they should go and join feminizing profession. Again, because people thought that there are no serious studies and progression, and so, men, they want to aspire and go far. Now, for that purpose, many of them doesn't wish to come into nursing. Again, when we talk about the nursing profession, many men doesn't think it's possible for somebody to be on his own and practice nursing. And that he's going just to be helping all the while and like. Many of them thought nursing is just at the bedside and cannot get away from the bedside.
Okay, so what has been the implication of this on nursing profession?
Wow, it's a serious implication because at the service area that we actually do men, they are not there. And because it's not there, the function of the nurse is not complete. For example, in areas where we need men, in the physiotherapy, orthopedic nursing, psychiatric nursing, peri-op where they have to take calls and the like, and it is there. So because of that, we don't have the men that we should have. Again, when it comes to the issue of politics, men are not getting themselves exposed to politics because of so many reasons. And so because men are not there, it is a problem for nurses to be able to get to the pinnacle, to be able to fulfill their potential. Because policies that are made by politicians.
Yes,
and since we are not there, because most females are not yielding themselves into politics, probably because of their nature.
Okay.
And so for that reason, the nursing is being deprived of so many things.
All
A
right.
lot of potential are not well expended.
Okay, so what can we do to change the trend? Because I know you are one of the key nurses in the school of nursing over there, and if you have the power, will you admit 50-50?
Well, as an educator,
Okay.
I encourage as many who comes my way to ask for counsel as regard choosing a profession.
Okay.
Encourage them to come to nursing.
Okay.
That they have a long way to go. They have a lot of things to explore. They can get to the level of PhD. So that one encourages some of them to feel like, well, let me just get into it.
All right, sir.
And again, those ones who desire to come, we encourage them to come in.
Okay.
In that, we offer them exams and the like.
Okay.
And so at the interview level, we will look at the percentage.
All right. Thank you so much,
one
sir.
of me, then we can help them.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Do have a wonderful day.
You're welcome.
All right, sir. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How you doing? What do you have with us?
Yeah. My name is Catherine. I'm calling from Ijebode.
Okay. Why are men scarce in nursing, Catherine?
You said what?
Why are men scarce in nursing?
Yeah, I would like to respond to the topic for today. It's really a very interesting topic.
Okay.
And I would say men are really scarce in nursing because I think the perception of the people, the perception of the public,
Okay.
it's something that has been like a kind of tradition. You expect every nurse to be a female. You expect every doctor to be a male.
Then why?
Even
What is the implication of
female
this?
doctors. You said?
What is the implication of this in nursing profession?
And this has actually been affecting us basically because we tend to put emotions and our kind of, let me say, gender attributes into the profession.
Okay.
It's really affecting the profession. The way a woman will react to things is different from the way a man will actually react or handle things.
Okay.
So it has really made this profession look subservient in a way.
Then what can we do?
This can change the trend.
Okay. What can we do to change
There is
it?
one, if nursing education or people in nursing education board can actually encourage more nurses, more male people to enroll into nursing. Because I actually witnessed when they said they don't want male nurses, they don't want male students.
Okay.
So they actually let go of even the male students that passed and were successful. So I think if they can encourage these people, it will really go a long way. And if the men in nursing also can also be proud to say, yes, I am a nurse, and they will be able to influence people in the environment also know, okay, this profession is not gender-based. This is,
Okay.
you understand what I'm trying to say?
All right.
So,
Thank you so much, Catherine.
Thank you.
You
All
have a
right,
nice day.
take care.
All
Bye.
right. So this has been said about one politics that we need more men so that we can have most of them in politics. And we need more of them so that we can have most of them doing things that has to do with progressing this profession. We're not saying females are not doing this, but we have men to be the backbone of what they're saying.
My name is Kofi. Don't know they call me Kofi the Guru, and you're listening to Nurses on Air Radio Show. Keep listening. Don't change it dial. Everything's fluffy. Kofi says so.
Yeah, so I'm bringing in Mr. Principal now to tell us about the male conference happening in Abuja. So, Mr. Principal, what do we have? What's the package like?
Yeah, it's a full package. It's actually a full package, and we would like to reiterate that this main nursing conference holding in Abuja is as a result of the collaboration between the LAMP Africa, which is a non-governmental organization that is committed to evidence-driven healthcare quality improvement and organized in corporate affairs. And this upcoming men in nursing conference in Abuja is strictly 100% professional and 0% trade unions, so that this should not spark a mark of disparity or disunity among the general population. And I would like us to know that the health indices in Africa had made us the focus, had made we nurses, or has made nursing the focus for investment in the healthcare industry, as billions of dollars of investment flows into the country day in and day out. But how many of this percentage are we as nurses have access to? You realize that it's really a bad blow for us, and that's why this conference has been set together in Abuja to orient us and reorient us about the capacity in which we can input ourselves in helping in healthcare advocacy in Nigeria. So this conference is seek to improve the quality of care through the breaking of stereotyping of male nurses, improve acceptance, enhance satisfaction, and increase the productivity of nurses, especially the males in Africa. And this conference also opens an avenue in which seeks to rebrand, motivate, inform, showcase to the public the expertise embodied in nurses and midwives, including men as well. And this conference will also have an opportunity to create an avenue for us to learn, share, educate, mentor, deliberate, motivate, and orient the public that it takes versatility, passion, compassion, and care to be a nurse, especially as a male. And this profession also is going to the sub team, which is 20 times 30, which means we are trying to form a policy that will help to enhance a 30% increase in the enrollment of male nurses in Nigeria at the end of the year 2020. So 3 years from now, we are working towards a long-term one that will assist us to make a goal to enhance the enrollment of more male nurses in Nigeria. And also, there are various sections in which different participants can participate in this convention. We have the mentor and mentee program, which is going to be coordinated by the American Association of Nurses in the USA, and we also have the scholarship program also, which is for strictly nurses undergraduate. I think it's for the very first time where male nurses can be proud and hit their chest that yes, there's actually a scholarship program for them, and this is being organized courtesy of the American Association of Male Nurses in Nigeria, as well as the LAMP Africa, where each student will have access to get up to $200. We have access to get up to $200 at the end of the seminar if they are qualified for it. Also, we also have the part of the we have 2 points accredited to the seminar, which allows the female to participate with 100%. Okay, so females can participate in this with the 2-point seminar because it enhances you and it allows you the opportunity to enroll or use for your license expiration. So the conference is the package that we all should not miss, and we hope it's going to be a good one and make the positive strive.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Princefield. That conference is actually power-packed. There are a lot of things there, and there are a lot of information. There are lots of things we can get from it. So right now, we'll be going to the social media comments. Thank you very much for your comments. I have a lot of comments today. In fact, I'm scared you can't take all your comments as in it's so much. So I'll be taking the first comment from Mr. Femi Alo. He's saying that men in nursing is a golden synergy that will boost the future of healthcare delivery globally, even if they are to fight stereotype and other discriminations and role impersonation. Infusing more males in the profession will preserve its future better. I can confidently say that the profession is gradually shifting from modern nursing to new nursing, because the male nurses are going to change the dynamics of care positively. Thank you very much, Mr. Alo. I actually love this point. Then I'll be taking another one from Miss NLB Israel. And she's saying that men are scarce in nursing because of what the public feels about it. They feel it's gender specific. It's for females only. And an implication is that our voices are less heard because males tend to be involved more in politics. And she said what should be done is to create more awareness, to make the masses, especially the young ones, to know that they are male nurses and that these male nurses are not doctors. So I'll be taking the third one now from Mrs. Maduka CJ. She said she loved the topic a lot, but that she won't be able to make it to the conference. Okay, Mr. Maduka CJ. All right, my take is why men are scarce in nursing is simply our African mentality. Yeah, because the African practice is a patrilineal scope. Said it's very low because it has been written that only women do nursing from the Adam. So I think now is the time for us to get people involved and to create more awareness. So everybody is talking about awareness and then what the society think about male and the nursing profession. All right, so Pretty Princess Adenike Olajumoke said men are scarce because men consider it a dirty job. He said they are not worthy of it. I'm a man. I shouldn't be carrying bedpan. I shouldn't be doing this. She said the founder of modern nursing is also a woman or was a woman. So that the titles are feminine and that the implication is that there is low turnout of male in nursing. Then politics too is affected. Then formulation of policies and development of policies is affected too in nursing. Alrighty, so thank you very much for everyone that's commented. We say thank you very much. It's been a wonderful time out on today's show. It's been a wonderful time out on today's program.
And a lot of things have been said about this. So we hope that after this conference, we have lots of men in nursing. And every stereotypical ideas about nursing are going to be off. And we believe at the end of everything, this is going to bring a lot of change into nursing profession and also into the healthcare system generally. Because I know when the backbone of healthcare system is well formed, which is nursing, then the healthcare system in Nigeria is going to have a great reformation and revolution in the year 2018 and years to come. So thank you so much for joining us on the show today, Mr. Allo. So I won't say Allo. Okay, it is Allo.
Allo.
Okay.
Mr. Allo and Mr. Princefield.
And with the Allo, save your voice is not low. It is high.
Actually, maybe because it's a caring voice.
Okay.
It's caring Allo voice. Allo voice.
And Mr. Let me see.
Mr. Princefield.
Mr. Princefield like Edo, right? Did I get that? Okay. At least if I more than one, I can resuscitate the other one and do CPR for another one. All right. And thank you so much, everyone that have joined us on the show today. Thanks to our producer, Mr. Sam Alabi, the only Oshun man that is not dragging Oshun ladies with me. And and thanks to our own cameraman, Mr. Fidelis, the only Fides Rich Fame CEO. Thanks for joining us on the show today. It's a great privilege having you with us today. And thanks to JJ for joining us on the show today.
Yes, and to our correspondent, thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks to
for the interview, for the wonderful time out.
Thanks to Mr. Ogunlawa from Bowen University Teaching Hospitals. Thanks to Alowo Jafemi. Thanks to Tosin Akingbongbe from the city of Ibadan.
And thanks to Mrs. Catherine Olatunji for calling on the show today.
And we are glad we have a lot of men that talked about this today. So you can see that we have...
This show is power-packed.
Yeah, you can see that we have a lot of men.
This show is power-packed.
Yeah, I'm so sorry we didn't do more, of course, because we have lots of guests in the studio. We have a lot of comments here today. So for those people that didn't get more information today, you can still get the update of this on our social media platform. And next week, we're still going to be talking about this because this is a story that I must have season 1, season 2.
Yes, season 12.
No, I don't know that one. No. So thank you so much for joining us today. It's a nice time having you today with us. Thank you so much. Do have a wonderful day. Thanks to our listeners. Thanks for joining us. My name is Sirimen Olabia Gabriel, the almighty broadcaster, the poetic comedian of the International Republic of Social Media, the only husband of all the Oshun ladies that have dated each from every local government. And there's a vacancy out there. There's a need of a female computer. For Oshun ladies only, exclusively.
And I still remain Adewale Ifeoluwa, your number 1 therapeutic CC nurse. We'll see you again next week.
Nurses on air, nurses on air, nurses on air.